Being a loan officer was pretty hard this year. I think we started the beginning of the year with 160,000 loan officers, and I think we're down to like 60,000. So we lost about 100,000 loan officers that haven't renewed their license. And of course, in January, we'll know how many more did not renew their license to do business. So I get the question often, is now a good time to try to be a loan officer? And I want to take a few minutes to be able to answer that for you. Hey y'all, I'm Joy Bailey. I'm the mortgage boss. I am a licensed loan officer here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm licensed in 13 states and I have 9 years of loan officer experience. And I also am an accredited mortgage professional. That is a designation that I got from the MBA. And so I know a little bit about, what I'm talking about. So if you all have an interest in being a loan officer, I strongly recommend that you understand why you want to be a loan officer and what it is that you're looking to achieve in being a loan officer. Back during COVID, it became a cool job to have. Now, again, I started this job in 2014. In 2014, I remember going on YouTube trying to figure out, well, what is a day in the life? Like, what does it look like? I mean, I think I was looking for a day in the life before a day in the life was a thing in social media. And so I was looking and I really couldn't find anything. And so I knew it was a good fit for me because of some of the background that I had. I had gotten my real estate license, which didn't last very long. I knew that money was in sales. And so I figured, let me try it. I went on LinkedIn and I ended up finding an ex-manager of mine from when I worked in radio. And I mean, I literally was going on LinkedIn, scrolling through LinkedIn, and I was like, who look like they got money? And so when I saw that it was something that she did, I'm like, oh, I know she ain't broke. This is what I'm due to. And so that's how I ended up doing it. But I really genuinely had a love for it, and I already knew I had the skill set for it. And so fortunately for me, I mean, I stumbled and fumbled that first year. It was a mess. But once I got into it, I mean, I was good at it and I became great at it even. I mean, pat myself on the back. And I love what I do and I explore every opportunity that there is to further my education and to get better and to sharpen my skills. But, during COVID, it got to be a cool job to have. People saw that people were on Instagram popping bottles of champagne and on the yachts in Miami. And so everybody wanted to be a realtor, everybody wanted to be a loan officer. And unfortunately, a lot of people try to jump in being a loan officer for a quick buck and not necessarily a profession. And so I say all of that to say, you would need to ask yourself some serious questions because what it is today is not like what it was 2 years ago or 3 years ago. It's not like what it was in 2015, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. When I got in being a loan officer in 2014, the interest rates were on a downward slide. I mean, it was slow and steady, but it was down. And it even got to a point where it was kind of plateaued out. And I got to take advantage of lots of refinances as well as purchases because there were a lot of homes that were available. People were coming in the market off the sidelines because they had filed bankruptcies and they had had foreclosures. So they were eligible to purchase homes again. And so I had a good run. I will say I had a good run and I ran right into a brick wall this year. Even with all my knowledge, expertise, and experience, this was something I was not prepared for. So again, because I just want to be honest, I'm not going to paint something to be better than what it is. And so if somebody is interested in getting into the business in 2024, you have to come in understanding that things are not the way that it used to be. It's going to require something of you. It's going to require some expertise, some knowledge, some discipline. It's going to require that you become a student because right now the stakes are entirely too high to be playing with people's lives. A lot of people that are out here wanting to purchase homes, they only getting one shot at it because the market has been moving so quickly, because they may have in fact missed their windows. So it's more important now than ever before to make sure that you know everything that you can know to be able to properly advise and counsel the people that you have in front of you, that you are holding their whole life in the palms of your hands, quite literally. This is their life savings that they're talking about. And so if you are getting in and your expectation is, oh, I'm gonna make, $100,000 my first year, probably not. I mean, you could try. I'm not going to discourage that, but it's going to be significantly harder now than it has been before. You have veterans that haven't done that this year, so it may be a little difficult. I actually had a guy reach out to me and he was just so gung-ho, and it was so cute. He reached out to me and he says, well, what I really want to do, and he told me kind of what he really was wanting to do and how it will require him to have a lot of capital to be able to do it. And so he said, yeah, I think I can do it part-time, and I can close like 4 or 5 loans a month. What? It's people dedicating 18 hours a day of their lives to this, and then I close at 4 or 5 loans a month, sir. Oh no, I have a really good work ethic. Hey, you got it. Go for it. And so I would say, you want to level set your expectations. I don't know what your expectations are about coming into this business. But if you are looking for it to be a career, if you get into the business in 2024 and things are slow, it gives you lots of time to learn. It gives you plenty, trust me, you have lots of time on your hands to learn. Once interest rates start to fall, because they will come down, they have been actually coming down in the past month or so. Once interest rates come down, people come off of the sidelines and they're wanting to buy homes. And people are getting to the point where they can now refinance. Is go time. And you want to be on the right side of that. You don't want to come in and not be prepared for the windfall of refinances and purchases that are coming. You want to come in now, get to know what it is that you're doing, learn as much as you can, study your guidelines while it's a little bit slow, and then you'll be ready to, go out and take on the world. But is 2024 going to be a good time to get into the business? Anytime is a good time to get into the business if you're going to be serious about it and you're looking for something that's going to be long term. I feel like your mindset is going to be everything in this situation. When you come into the business, yes, it's going to be a little bit slow, a lot slower than it's ever been before. But whenever the refinance business comes back around, that'll pick up some activity for you. And whenever the purchase business ticks up a little bit, that'll be some business for you as well. But you don't want to try to be drinking from a fire hose and learning at the same time. That's a terrible combination. So if it's something that you're going to be looking at doing for the long term, absolutely, now is going to be a great time for you to get in the business. I would love the opportunity to assist you and help you however I can. Always feel free to leverage me as a resource. I have friends, and also I do offer like a 30-minute consultation for $35. So the link will be below if that's something that you're interested in taking advantage of, and we can kind of go over what the best strategy would be for you to break into the wonderful world of mortgage lending. And I seriously mean that. It is a wonderful, 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 life-changing business, and I would not give it up for the world. So anyway, let me know how I can help you. Y'all have a great day.